Games of Texas Brownsville attracts thousands to South Texas and brings athletes, family members, and a major economic boom to the local economy. A former grocery store is being reimagined into a large-scale retail shopping center with restaurants. And a Brownsville police officer takes action and saves the life of a local teen. Your BTV News begins right now. Good day, Brownsville. I'm Marcy Martinez. Welcome to this edition of Brownsville TV News. We are coming to you from the CMD complex in downtown Brownsville. So glad to have you with us. We begin with the Summer of Games of Texas. The city saw nearly double the number of visitors during its second year of hosting the athletic competition. Champions were honored, and overall, Texas Amateur Athletic Federation officials say the Games of Texas Brownsville were a success. BTV News reporter Deborah Rodriguez has our top story.
The 2024 Summer Games of Texas were welcomed to Brownsville with plenty of fanfare at Veterans Memorial Early College High School. At a press conference, the city showcased its excitement and readiness to host this major event. The celebration featured an impressive drumline, energetic cheerleaders, and a vibrant dance squad.
I think it's great. I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad that we're able to be a part of it all together. And I think it's a great thing to do for the community.
At the press conference, Brownsville leaders and Texas Amateur Athlete Federation members talked about the upcoming games and the excitement they would bring to the city.
The Games of Texas is like having an amateur multi-sport festival like the Olympics, but here for Texas participants. We will have participants from every corner of Texas.
Partnering with the city was the Brownsville Independent School District.
For us, it's a very easy decision, right? We're strong partners with the city. In addition, it fits in very well with the philosophy that we have in our district about building the body, right? We're about education, but yes, we all also emphasize wellness, physical education, and our athletic program.
From July 25th through July 28th, nearly 8,000 athletes from across Texas arrived in Brownsville to compete in various sporting events, including track and field, swimming, and boxing, among others. One of the families was the Lawrence family from Savannah, Texas.
Very amazing. I didn't realize there was so many different sports all coming together. I thought they just qualified for a state track meet, but multiple sports, athletes from all over. That's an amazing experience.
Congratulations.
Dozens of medals were handed out to the athletes who won their races, with some seeking redemption. Oscar Mejia returned to the boxing ring after recovering from an injury.
It felt amazing, honestly.
For BTV News, I'm Debbie Rodriguez.
The Games of Texas had to be spread out over 2 weekends. Rainfall forced the rescheduling of some events, including kickball and flag football. The Games of Texas is a massive undertaking for any group, and when the call for volunteers went out to you, Brownsville, both city employees and community members answered that call. Brownsville TV News reporter Roland Olvera files this report.
Without the dedication of countless volunteers who gave their time, the 2024 Summer Games of Texas might have faced major challenges. Their commitment turned the event into great success, showcasing true community spirit and teamwork. Before the games began, volunteers prepared swag bags for athletes and coaches and signed up to help at various locations in Brownsville. With the events at multiple venues, the city needed many volunteers to ensure everything ran smoothly. L.R. Heffernan, president of the Texas Amateur Athletic Federation, emphasized the critical role volunteers played in the success of the Games of Texas.
If you're going to be at competitions over the next couple days, please let them know how much you appreciate you. They volunteer their time. They're not being paid.
One such volunteer, Hector Cortina, chose to lend a hand at the Margaret M. Clark Aquatic Center on Ruben M. Torres Sr. Boulevard. As a member of the City of Brownsville's Aquatics Department, Cortina's responsibility ranged from checking bags and issuing bracelets to timing events and lifeguarding. Starting his volunteer work on Thursday, July 25th, 2024, Cortina continued to contribute throughout the weekend. He shared what he appreciated most about the experience.
Getting to experience the swimming here is pretty
pretty big, and it's once in a lifetime experience.
Mabel Salazar is a transit supervisor at B Metro and volunteered at 2 events for the Games of Texas.
It was pretty fun seeing our community gather up with other communities that are not from local. So it was pretty nice seeing all the kids getting together, the parents being excited. It's amazing just being able to see several, not only our departments, just gather up and just be in one.
Thanks to the tireless efforts of volunteers like Hector Cortina and Mabel Salazar, the 2024 Summer Games of Texas became a shining example of community spirit and teamwork. For Brownsville TV, I'm Roland Olvera.
Games of Texas volunteers came from all areas of the community. Members of Rotary clubs, local hospital staff from Valley Regional Medical Center and Valley Baptist all came out in full force to support the events that spanned over 2 consecutive weekends. Continuing coverage of the Games of Texas, there was an upward of 20,000 attendees at the track and field venue, Veterans Memorial High School. Big crowds meant high volume for local hotels, retail stores, and local attractions. Brownsville TV News reporter Jennifer Galvan has the report.
The Summer Games of Texas have been an economic boom to the city of Brownsville. In 2023, the Summer Games of Texas garnered $4 million in sales tax collected for the city. It is expected to do the same for the 2024 Games.
With those athletes that bring their parents and their relatives, their support groups, all the hotels are sold out, and I think the same could be said for Harlingen and the Island and McAllen. I think everyone has an impact regionally, so I think this is a great event for our area.
The games were good for the hotel and motel business in the Rio Grande Valley as well.
Right now we are at 95% capacity in Brownsville. Mostly around 6 to 7 hotels were sold out 2 days before the games even started. So we're excited that people are staying in Brownsville, and not only within our city, but also in Harlingen, McAllen, and all the way to South Padre Island.
One local business that benefited from the games is the Main Event in Brownsville. In the 2 years that the Summer Games of Texas have been held in Brownsville, Main Event has seen an increase in customers and revenue.
The sales that week, just from Thursday all the way through even Monday, people stay and make a trip out of it. So we really see those guests, and not just one time, but 2 or 3 times again, coming back and seeing us.
Some of the sporting events were postponed until August the 2nd through August 4th because of rainy conditions.
Last weekend we just finished was great. It was outstanding. I mean, we had higher than projected sales, higher than budgeted sales. We just saw almost a double uptick from last year. So 3 or 4 events are going to be happening this coming weekend, so we're ready for it. We're pretty excited to kind of see and receive some of them. We actually had some parents that had some kids in the games this weekend and next weekend that are saying they're going to come back and they're going to be spending time with us here.
For Brownsville TV News, I'm Jennifer Galvan.
The Games of Texas will be back in the Rio Grande Valley in 2027 and 2028. The city of Pharr is set to host those games. The city of College Station is set to host the games in 2025 and 2026. In other news, Brownsville will soon have a new addition to the list of retail shops and culinary spaces. The former El Globo supermarket building is undergoing an extensive renovation now. Origo Works, a local full-spectrum real estate service company that provides turnkey projects to owners, is heading up the redevelopment of the former grocery store. That location is at the corner of Highway 77 and East Price Road. Owners of the North Park Plaza say they want to bring new retail shopping and entertainment options to the residents of Brownsville.
We created a community here with some really great small businesses, and we're kind of building on that. We have a big box building to fill, and so we want to be able to attract new restaurants and new concepts and build on the great small businesses that are already here.
Once the project is completed, Plaza owners will call the new space the Sable Market Center. Another area in the city of Brownsville that continues to be on an upward tick is downtown Brownsville. It continues to undergo a renaissance period, and that was a topic of conversation recently when City Manager Helen Ramirez was the featured guest speaker at the Rio Grande Valley chapter of the Texas Society of Professional Engineers. Ramirez spoke on the public improvements and downtown investments funded by federal grant dollars, totaling more than $112 million. These upgrades to downtown include the new parking pay kiosks installed in downtown, the Downtown Water and Wastewater Upgrades Project, the Downtown Master Plan, and Lit Fiber BTX, which is aimed at transforming Brownsville into a smart city with a 5G network. The meeting was attended by nearly 50 engineers and architects from across the valley. Brownsville is quickly becoming a binational meeting hub for government leaders on both sides of the border. That's the topic of conversation for the forthcoming Brownsville Chamber of Commerce Friday with the City event. The Chamber is set to feature city leaders at its Friday, August 16th event starting at 8 a.m. The event will be hosted at the city's Communications and Marketing Department and Convention Visitors Bureau complex located at 1312 East Adams Street. The event will feature a conversation on Brownsville's rapid status as a binational and regional nexus for government and leadership dialogues. This includes Brownsville's growing influence and strategic importance. Recently, mayors from border cities convened in Brownsville, underscoring the city's role as a central point for collaboration and policy making across national lines. If you would like to attend this chamber meeting, scan the QR code on your screen to register. Brownsville residents now have a new choice when it comes to internet service. That's thanks to the partnership between the city and Lit Fiber. Lit Fiber recently announced it has brought its first customer online. It is now installing the remainder of the fiber network across the city. You can track internet availability on the Lit Fiber webpage. Click on the QR code on your screen for access. You can also contact the Lit Fiber team at that phone number on your screen. In other news, pesky mosquitoes seem to be everywhere. City Public Health and Wellness Department crews are out in full force spraying areas around town. The department is actively taking steps to mitigate the excess of mosquitoes after we recently saw daily rain across the valley. City health officials say, remember the D's of defense. 1. Use insect repellent containing DEET. 2. Dress in long sleeves and cover body parts or wear pants when outdoors. 3. Dawn, daytime, and dusk are the times of day when mosquitoes are most active, even though I don't think they follow the rules. And 4. Avoid being outside as much as possible. 5. Regularly drain that standing water. Make sure you consult a doctor if you do feel sick after being bitten. Out at Boca Chica Beach, SpaceX is gearing up for test flight number 5. The aerospace giant announced that this next test flight may bring a louder boom than its previous test flights. Watch out for that. Starship is expected to take flight at the end of August or early September, pending FAA approval. SpaceX stated that they will attempt to catch the returning Super Heavy with the chopstick arms of Starbase's giant launch tower. The catch of the Super Heavy will enable a more efficient inspection, refurbishment, and reflight of the vehicle. A Brownsville police officer was recently recognized for his exceptional performance in the line of duty. Officer Alberto Buitureda took action to help save a young Brownsville woman in an urgent situation. The officer was on patrol when he got a call about a young woman walking on the highway between International Boulevard and University. He was able to find her and began following her on foot, and then with his police unit, the officer says he was afraid she would walk into moving traffic on the busy highway.
So I got on my unit. Then all of a sudden, I just realized, I said, you know what, I need to grab her. Since I realized that she wasn't looking back at me, she didn't know. Later on in the video, I observed that she had made an attempt to jump over the side to underneath the highway. You know, I believe in divine intervention. So God, right place, right time. She needed the help. God put me there to start the process as far as helping her.
It was the officer's actions that helped save the young woman's life. The female turned out to be a teenage girl. The city's fire department is celebrating a historic milestone in the city's 150-year history. The fire department has named its first female lieutenant. Amanda Ely was promoted to the position recently, marking a significant role for her professionally. The department's fire chief says Ely's promotion marks a monumental step forward for the department and the city as a whole. Her journey to this position is a testament to her unwavering commitment, hard work, and perseverance.
So I want them to know, don't feel intimidated. Don't let people tell you that you can't do it, but to strive for it. Go for it. Nobody should stop you.
By breaking barriers and setting new standards, Ely is not just making history, she's inspiring future generations to pursue their dreams with confidence and determination. If you or someone you know is looking to make that next professional move, then the forthcoming 2024 Careers in Coffee Job Expo is just for you. The City of Brownsville and the Greater Brownsville Incentives Corporation are gearing up to host the Job Expo in October. They're putting out a call for Brownsville businesses to come out and participate. Business partners such as SpaceX, LNG Rio Grande, Valley Regional Medical Center, the Brownsville Independent School District, and more are expected to be on hand to hire on the spot in some instances. Event coordinators are seeking area businesses that represent the various industries in Brownsville.
This is a great opportunity for everyone, but us as the City of Brownsville and JB to really provide those opportunities to you all and have that capacity so you can learn about what the industry is doing and how you can be a very good fit for those open positions that the organizations are offering to you.
The 2024 Careers in Coffee Job Expo is scheduled for Wednesday, October 16th at the Brownsville Event Center. Businesses interested in participating can call Giovanna Rangel at the number on your screen. This job fair will include face-to-face meetings with hiring managers, resume writing coaching, and even offer professional headshots right there on site. One of the largest employees in South Texas has opened a recruitment center right here in North Brownsville. Bechtel recently celebrated the launch of its hiring and education center at 568 Spring Mart Boulevard. It serves as the company's primary location for job seekers to learn about employment opportunities and expedite the onboarding process once a person is hired by Bechtel.
This is one of the biggest energy projects in the United States. They're committed to hiring 5,000 to 6,000 construction jobs over the next 5 years. So their initial target was 35% local, and they've gone above 70% for the first 1,000 hires. So it shows the quality of our workforce.
Bechtel is the engineering, construction, and project management company that is installing the LNG project out of the Port of Brownsville. Once completed, the project will be turned over to Next Decade, which will mobilize liquid and gas products from Brownsville to the global market. Drought conditions continue here in South Texas. The City of Brownsville and its partner, the Brownsville Public Utilities Board, continues with a call to action: conserve water. The Public Utilities Board recently discussed how it's doing its part to ensure water longevity for our community. Brownsville TV news reporter Monica Llanas has the story.
In a major move to secure water resources, the Southwest Regional Water Authority launched its first brackish groundwater treatment facility in Brownsville. This facility uses advanced technology to turn salty groundwater into high-quality drinking water. Brackish water is a combination of salt water and fresh water. The SRWA diesel plant can pump 10 million gallons of water per day.
Well, Southwest Regional Water Authority, first of all, is a partnership of 5 entities that got together during the drought of the late 90s, and they studied the groundwater that we have and did a pilot study with reverse osmosis to see if they could use the brackish groundwater that's underground and pull it into the plant, use reverse osmosis, and make potable drinking water.
The facility provides water to 5 SRWA partners, giving them an alternative source and reducing their dependence on the Rio Grande. This project is a key investment in the region's water infrastructure, ensuring communities have reliable and safe drinking water, even during challenging times.
What Southwest Regional Water Authority does is they offer an alternate that's independent of the Rio Grande. This is an alternate source of water. However, that source of water is very salty. They consider it to be brackish groundwater. And so this supply is a different source, separate from the river, that we can pull from in case the river, gets really low or something is compromised in the river. And so it's independent of the river, and we can use it as a source. And we can supply water to these various entities that are partners.
The Southwest Regional Water Authority is a state-of-the-art facility that uses advanced membrane technology to produce exceptionally high-quality drinking water. When it was first built,
The SRWA plant was the largest inland desalination facility of its kind. While larger plants have since been constructed, the SRWA facility was one of the first to use this advanced technology for municipal water supply. For Brownsville TV News, I'm Monica Llanas.
The Brownsville Public Utilities Board recently announced it will enhance its efforts on its website to offer more drought-related content, more social media education posts, and video production to promote water conservation efforts. You can visit their website at brownsville-pub.com. To health news now, the time is here as students head back to the classroom. Parents are ensuring their children are protected for the school year ahead with vaccinations. Brownsville TV News reporter Laura B. Martinez spoke to a healthcare provider from our partner, Valley Regional Medical Center. Here's your BTV News health report.
August is National Immunization Awareness Month. It highlights the importance of vaccines for people of all ages and how they help prevent serious diseases and illnesses.
So vaccines are they're a very safe and effective way to protect us all really against potentially life-threatening illness. They stimulate our body's own natural defenses to form resistance against these diseases and protect us before we even come in contact with them.
With children heading back to school in August, it's important that they receive the necessary vaccines ahead of the school year, such as the measles and chickenpox vaccines, plus others.
It's important for school-age children to have their hepatitis A vaccines, their tetanus vaccines as well, tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis, as well as children in the ages of 11 and 12, their meningococcal or meningitis vaccines. We also do recommend the human papillomavirus vaccines for children between the ages of 11 and 12.
And with flu season approaching, it's crucial for everyone to get vaccinated as soon as the flu shots become available, as they offer strong protection. Jimenez said the same goes for getting the new COVID-19 vaccine, which should be released in early fall.
The CDC right now is recommending that as long as we have the latest, most updated COVID vaccine, we should all be very protected against COVID. COVID is back up on the rise, and as long as we have some protection, some immunity, we do see patients with very, very mild symptoms in clinic, as well as patients with very severe symptoms in clinic. But again, it reduces COVID-related hospitalizations as well as COVID-related deaths.
For more information on back-to-school vaccines and all other vaccines, you can visit the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention website at cdc.gov. For Brownsville TV News, I'm Laura B. Martinez.
Healthcare providers advise vaccines help protect against dangerous and potentially deadly diseases that can cause serious illnesses. On a leadership note, Brownsville City Manager Helen Ramirez has earned the International Local Government Management Organization credential. Ms. Ramirez is one of more than 1,300 local government management professionals who have achieved this recognition through the ICMA Voluntary Credentialing Program. To receive the prestigious credentialing, a member must have significant experience as a senior management executive in local government, have earned a degree, preferably in public administration or a related field, and demonstrated a commitment to high standards of integrity and to a lifelong learning and professional development. We congratulate Ms. Ramirez. And finally, some exciting news for history and museum enthusiasts. The historic Brownsville Museum has launched an initiative called Brownsville on the Move. It aims to reimagine the museum's exhibits and interactive displays, making them more engaging and relevant for both students and adults. It's a big vision, and museum officials say they need your help to make it a reality.
The project is a two-phase project, a total reinterpretation of all of our exhibits that are currently on display. We contracted with Musework out of Austin, who helped with the design. So each panel will have a different theme. We are first starting with the Celaya building, which was funded by BCIC, and then we're looking to raise the rest of the money to do the other depot.
Musework LLC and the Brownsville Community Improvement Corporation are supporting the historic Brownsville Museum to make this initiative a success. Museum officials say they are excited to show visitors what's in store for their exhibits. We invite you to visit the museum's website at brownsvillehistory.org. You can also contact them at 541-5560. That's all our time for now. Thank you for the privilege of your time. I'm Marcy Martinez from all of us at the One City News Network. We'll see you next time.
One city. One city. One city. One city. One city. One city. One city.